Before becoming one of the most defining names in modern history, Hiroshima was a growing city shaped by fatalistic urban evolution and strategic importance within Japan. Located in the Chugoku region on the island of Honshu, the city was founded in the 16th century as a castle town, centered around Hiroshima Castle, which served as a symbol of feudal potentacy. Over time, this initial foundation evolved into a structured urban center with organized streets, river channels, and increasing population density that reflected its regional importance. During the Meiji period, starting in the late 19th century, Hiroshima underwent accelerated transformation. With the modernization of Japan, the city transitioned from a feudal administrative center into a military and industrial hub. Its strategic location near the Seto Inland Sea facilitated the transport of troops, supplies, and equipment, making it a key logistical center for Japanese military operations. Military bases, training centers, and industrial facilities began to dominate large parts of the city, directly integrating Hiroshima into the nation's war effort. By the early 20th century, Hiroshima had already established itself as a modern city within the Japanese context. Tram lines crossed its avenues, connecting residential neighborhoods to commercial and industrial zones. Schools, hospitals, and markets structured the daily life of its inhabitants, creando una rutina urbana. The population lived between everyday normality and the constant presence of military infrastructure. With the outbreak of global conflict in 1939 and the intensification of Japan's involvement in the Pacific Theater, Hiroshima gained even greater relevance. The city became the headquarters of the Second General Army, responsible for the defense of southern Japan, elevating its strategic importance to a new level. Additionally, its industrial facilities contributed to the production of military equipment and supplies, reinforcing its position as a potential target in any prolonged war scenario. Despite this, by mid-1945, Hiroshima remained relatively intact compared to other Japanese cities. While places like Tokyo and Osaka had already suffered devastating bombings, Hiroshima had not been the target of significant air raids. This absence of destruction created a false sense of security among its inhabitants, who continued their routines under the distant but not yet realized threat of war. This condition also led the United States to view the city strategically, seeking targets with preserved urban structures to maximize the impact. In the summer of 1945, the atmosphere in Hiroshima was marked by tension and uncertainty. Japan was already facing increasing difficulties in the war, with successive defeats and resource shortages. The population dealt with rationing, civilian mobilization for support work, and a constant expectation of armed attack. Even as Simon, the city continued to function. Children went to school, workers headed to factories and offices, and the transportation system maintained urban flow. This apparent normality concealed a situation about to be drastically altered. In the days leading up to August 1945, warning signs began to appear. American reconnaissance aircraft were occasionally seen flying over the region, but they did not carry out attacks. This reinforced the belief that Hiroshima might not be a priority target, an interpretation that would prove fatally incorrect. The city, with its intact infrastructure, significant population density, and military importance, possessed exactly the characteristics that made it ideal for a maximum impact attack. On the morning of August 6, 1945, Hiroshima woke up like any other city. The sky was clear, the weather stable, and routine followed its usual course. Workers moved through the city, students began their activities, and the urban system operated efficiently. Nothing indicated at that moment that the city was about to turn as the center of an event that would change not only its own history, but the course of the modern world. Within hours, all of this structure built over centuries would be abruptly and devastatingly tested, marking the end of one era and the beginning of a new global reality. On the morning of August 6, 1945, Hiroshima began another day under a routine already shaped by guerra, mass without any immediate sign of what was about to happen. Around 8:15 a.m., the sky above the city was almost completely clear, with few clouds, creando condiciones ideales de visita. This talhi, seemingly insignificant to its inhabitants, was exactly what had been carefully sought by the United States. At that moment, a B-29 bomber, the Enola Gay, was approaching the city at alto altitude, carrying a weapon never before used in combat, the atomic bomb known as Little Boy. Unlike the conventional bombings that had already devastated other Japanese cities, this attack would not involve entire squadrons or successive waves of explosions. Everything depended on a single device. At 8:15 in a few seconds, the bomb was released. Within moments, it began its silent descent toward the urban center of Hiroshima. Approximately 43 seconds later, at about 600 meters above the ground, the detonation occurred. What followed was one of the most destructive events in human history. An extremely intense flash illuminated the sky, seguido por una onda de heat and pressure that spread in all directions with devastating speed. The temperature at the point of explosion reached extreme levels in fractions of a second, instantly vaporizing everything near the epicenter. Buildings vanished, steel structures were deformed, and thousands of people were struck before they could even understand what had happened.
The shockwave propagated rapidly, destroying structures kilometers away. Wooden houses, which made up a large part of the city, were completely obliterated. Windows shattered, roofs were torn away, and entire streets disappeared under the impacto. Hiroshima's urban system collapsed completely within seconds. What had once been an organized city with functional infrastructure became a scene of near-total destruction. At the same time, intense thermal radiation spread across the area, causando severe burns to thousands of people. Those outdoors were directly exposed to extreme heat, while others suffered burns through clothing and walls. Human shadows were imprinted onto surfaces, permanently recording the instant of the explosion. The combination of heat, pressure, and radiation created a level of destruction without precedent. In the minutes that followed, fires began to break out across the city. With much of the infrastructure destroyed or compromised, flames spread rapidamente, formando firestorm that consumed everything in its path. The wind generated by the explosion itself fueled the flames, intensifying the chaos mesmo mais. Entire districts of Hiroshima were engulfed in uncontrollable fires, making escape or rescue extremamente difficile. Communication was completamente disrupted. Telephone lines disappeared, command centers were destroyed, and local authorities lost the ability to coordinate an immediate risposta. The city, which minutes earlier had funcionado as sistema integrado, ceased to operate as an organized structure. Survivors wandered through the streets without direction, many severamente injured, tentando comprender what had happened. The psychological impact was as intense as the physical destruição. There was no reference point for that level of devastação. The attack did not resemble anything previously witnessed. For many, the explosion seemed like an incomprehensible fenomeno, something beyond the conventional understanding of warfare at the time. The absence of multiple bombings or prior warning made the event even mais desorientador. Within hours, Hiroshima ceased to exist as a functional city. Approximately 70 of its structures were destroyed or severely damaged, and a large portion of its população was directly affected by the explosion. The central area became unrecognizable, covered in debris, fires, and a dense atmosphere of dust and smoke. What had been an important urban center of Japan turned into uma cena de total devastação. Meanwhile, outside Japan, the world still did not fully understand what had ocorrido. The scale of the event would only begin to be understood in the following days as informação spread. The attack on Hiroshima marked not only a critical point in World War II, but also the beginning of uma nova era, in which the destructive power of human technology reached an unprecedented level. In the minutes and hours following the explosion, Hiroshima became not just a destroyed location, but uma paisagem of extreme survival. Those who had not been killed instantly began emerging from the rubble, muitos com ferimentos graves, deep burns, and signs of disorientation. The city was unrecognizable, and the absence of physical landmarks made it difficult to identify streets, barrows, or gathering points. People walked aimlessly, covered poeira, with torn clothing and bodies marked by thermal radiation. The initial silencio was quickly replaced by sounds of pain, cries for help, and structures still collapsing. Hospitals, which could have served as centers of response, were largely destroyed or severely compromised. Doctors and nurses had been killed or injured, and those who remained had to deal with an overwhelming numero of victims without adequate recursos. There were not enough medications, equipment, or infrastructure to treat the injured. The healthcare system simply ceased to function, replaced by improvised attempts at aid amid the chaos. As the day progressed, new symptoms began to appear among survivors. People who initially seemed unharmed began to experience nausea, extreme weakness, and unexplained bleeding. Radiation, an invisible and poorly understood fator at the time, was beginning to manifest its effects in a silent and progressive way. Many did not associate these symptoms with the initial attack, which only increased confusion and desperation. The lack of information made the suffering even harder to endure. Fires continued to consume parts of the city, and the search for water tornusi uma prioridade. Rivers and canals, which had once structured Hiroshima's urban geography, became gathering points for survivors trying to relieve burns or escape the heat and flames. Many, however, did not survive, succumbing to exhaustion, injuries, or radiation exposure. The urban environment had become a hostile espacio, where every attempt at survival was limited by the extreme conditions. In the days that followed, the scale of the tragedy became clearer. Rescue teams from nearby regions arrived, but faced immense difficulty operating amid widespread destruction. The lack of infrastructure, contamination, and the sheer number of victims made any effort insufficient. The death toll continued to rise rapidly, not only from the immediate effects of the explosion, but also from subsequent consequences such as infections, untreated burns, and radiation-related illnesses. Meanwhile, the Japanese government faced a critical situation. The loss of Hiroshima was not only a humanitarian disaster, but also a strategic blow. The city played an important role in the country's military organization, and its destruction represented a significant loss. However, the psychological and symbolic impacto of the attack was even greater. For the first time, a weapon capaz de destruição en massa had been used in an urban environment, fundamentally altering the perception of military power and the limits of warfare. On the international stage, news of the attack spread rapidly. The United States announced the use of a new weapon, emphasizing its unprecedented destructive capacity. The world began to understand that a new form of technology had entered the military landscape, one capable of destroying entire cities with a single strike. This revelation immediately shifted the global balance of power and military strategy. 3 days later, on August 9, 1945, a second atomic bomb was dropped on Nagasaki, reinforcing the magnitude of this new threat. Faced with this realidade, Japan began to reconsider its position in the conflito. The combined impact of Hiroshima's destruction, the subsequent attack, and international pressure created an unsustainable scenario for continuing the war. On August 15, 1945, Emperor Hirohito announced Japan's surrender, marking the end of World War II. This decision was directly influenced by the atomic bombings, which demonstrated a level of destruction impossible to counter with the traditional means available at the time. In this context, Hiroshima became more than a city struck by a military attack. It became a symbol of Uma Nova era. The event not only ended a global conflito, but also inaugurated what would be known as the nuclear age, in which destructive capability became a central factor. In international relations, the city, physically and socially devastated, became the origin point of a global debate about war, technology, and the limits etikos of weapons of mass destruction. After Japan's surrender in August 1945, Hiroshima remained a space marked by devastation, but also by the beginning of a complex process of reconstruction. In the first months after the war, the city still faced the direct consequences of the explosion, entire areas reduced to rubble, non-existent infrastructure, and Uma drastically reduced population. The initial priority was basic survival. Improvised shelters began to appear, and quanto food, water, and medical assistance were distributed in limited ways. The city, which had been almost erased, needed to be rebuilt from an extreme condition. With the advancement of the American occupation in Japan, Hiroshima began to receive Atensao within a broader national reconstruction effort. Urban plans were developed to completely reorganize the city. Unlike what existed before the war, the new Hiroshima would not simply rebuild the pasado, but restructure itself with wider avenues, more organized urban zones, and spaces dedicated to preserving the memory of what had occurred. This process was not immediate, but it marked the beginning of a profound transformation in the city's identity. One of the central elements of this reconstruction was the decision to preserve part of the destruction as Uma Memoria Historica. The former Industrial Promotion Hall, located near the Hypocenter, was left in ruins and later became known as the Atomic Bomb Dome. This structure came to symbolize not only the event itself, but also the need to remember its consequences.